Samantha Chian, your host with Spirit of Nevada. This episode is brought to you by the Richard Harris Law Firm, helping families and injured victims throughout Nevada for over 40 years. Hope you enjoy the show.
That was when she saw me up at the Boys and Girls Club. And the second I got to the door of this place, I found what I was looking for. It was there. I learned how to make my first beat. It would give music to my music and words powers in which I would speak. It was here I learned how to write my first rhyme. Your best friends stay close in the back, freestyle out of my mind, writing out our best lines, because that's what we love spending most of our time. It was here I was putting in Keystone. You my fellow kings and queens were given a throne, and it was something we could own. It was here I found little kids who were just like me. They had spent their entire life living up to the role models they had seen on TV, because no one in their life had decency to tell them it was okay to be free from their dreams. I've simply given the power that I gave to others, because what's the further try to aim for the top, you can't take your fellow sisters and brothers.
Home is a joyful, happy place where you live, laugh, and learn. Home is a place you are loved, respected, and cared for. Most people are lucky to be born into this kind of home, but unfortunately, it took me 7 years to find my home. My name is Allison Preston, and I would like to share my story with you.
We all go through difficult times in life. I know for me, just thinking about that moment puts a knot in my stomach. Now imagine having to tell that same story in front of a group of strangers. It takes a lot of courage, right? That's what these kids at the Boys and Girls Club did when I was at their 2020 Youth of the Year competition. They stood up there with pride and told their story, as difficult as it was. And they spoke from the heart, inspired others, and even moved me. And we're gonna cut to the footage that we took while we were there in March. Back in March, we filmed the Nevada Youth of the Year competition, and we also wanted to feature their club. But because of COVID, unfortunately, the students couldn't come here and they didn't allow any visitors. But when I got the call a few months later from Andy, CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Southern Nevada, I was excited. He said, "Come on back, we're ready for you, we can have visitors." And so here we are today. We're gonna go meet him, and he's gonna give us a tour. Let's go. First and last name spelled out and your title.
Got it. Andy Bischel, A-N-D-Y-B-I-S-C-H-E-L, President, CEO, Boys and Girls Club, Southern Nevada.
Perfect. Okay, so back in March, we filmed the Student of the Year competition. Tell me a little bit about the program that you guys have for these leaders.
And it starts as young as what you just saw walking by, right? And this is really where it happens in the game rooms. It's where you understand how you fit into your social set. You get your first chance to lead. So if you're a great pool player, then you can show that skill to another child and then partner and do those kind of things. So it gives you that first chance to really socially interact and how you fit into the group, but also how you create those leadership abilities.
So what I love most is when I walk in, I get to see the leaders, interacting with the students and teaching them new things. And you have so many programs here. Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about the program in specific that has to do with the academic side of what you guys provide?
Yeah, so academic success is at the core of one of our programming. And we want to work with the littles all the way up to the teens. And really the ultimate outcome for a Boys and Girls Club kid is a high school graduation, right? We want them to graduate from high school, but really also have a plan for the future. So it is, what do they need to do? So as littles, we want to make sure, are they up on their reading skills and their math skills? Teach them science, different science projects, those kind of things, to give them a more diverse addition to their already academic load. And then when they start getting into junior high and high school, then we really want to prepare them for that graduation. So are they on track to graduate? All those kind of things.
So to make sure that they're on track to graduate, is there like, like a program or a list of things they have to meet?
Absolutely. We get their academic records, so we can see if they're credit deficient, what those credits are, how do we help them get them in, help them get into summer school and keep them on track.
So, and I've never been in a Boys and Girls Club until now. So this is exciting for me. I wish I would have had this growing up. And so to see the interaction and all the activities, it's wonderful. I think that it's a huge part of the kids and them growing up into, finishing high school. A lot of times I know, listening to the kids when I went to that competition, a lot of these kids have a rough upbringing. And their testimonials in itself speak wonders for this. And you being the president, I just want to get your perspective on how it made you feel to be a part of something so big for these kids.
Clubs are communities in and of themselves, and it's the kids' chance to control that community, right? So we want them to feel safe, because if they feel safe and part of the group, then they can start learning, and then that's when they grow. And each of these clubs take on their immediate community. Most of these kids live within 2 miles of the club, so they see the same kids at school, they see them out in the neighborhood and those kind of things. So again, we want to create a community within a community, but also give them a voice in that, creating that community, so that they, again, create that character and leadership, and it be the place that they want to come and be safe and have fun.
I just love that, because to feel safe, I think when you can feel safe somewhere, you can be yourself, right? Because when you can feel confident in learning and not feeling like someone's saying, oh, you're doing a bad job, or getting, a certain grade on something, instead you just get to just be and try it,
I think that's my favorite part, is seeing them get to graduation with a plan. Sometimes it's even coming back to work for us, and that's great too. So. But that they really do have a plan that they feel confident about and they can go forward with.
I love that. Well, that was a perfect way to end this interview. If you don't mind giving me a tour of this place, I'd
Absolutely.
love that.
All right.
Okay.
And we'll just keep rolling.
Yep. Just keep rolling.
Again, this is where it happens in the game room. It's the fun stuff, right? Okay. So it's where you get to be a kid and do different things.
There we have the littles.
Carpet bowling is a big one. The long one, that's a game that they love. Bumper pool for the little ones, and then pool. And then it really breaks down to those different core areas. So that's an academic success area in here, where we're going to do a lot of our academic work, but also just sit in groups, do homework help after school. That's a big part of it.
Yeah, I think I walked into one of these little guys in school in the middle of his class, and it was cute. Right.
So this is one of our bigger clubs. So we're about 70,000 square feet. So
that's really large.
Yes. So it's deceptive. You see this, quaint little game room, and then it leads into this monstrous cavern of a gymnasium.
I think I talk about affirmations, and I tell my videographer before we film, it's important to think positive things. And so when it says shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. And so I just think that's wonderful to just walk in. It sets the tone of the day.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going into the gym now.
Yeah, and it is no longer a gym. It is a virtual classroom now. So we're doing a little bit of everything. We had to adjust and figure out how to get this done. So
no, it's wonderful. I mean, it is tough to have to, adapt to these new rules and regulations, but at least the kids still have a good learning environment.
Exactly, and it doesn't eat up all the gym space, so they can do one-on-one skill stuff. We can't do any team sports or anything like that right now.
But they can do one-on-one drill activities.
Yeah, we'll have to disinfect the balls and those kind of things. So it's tedious, but it's doable.
Well, you're still making it happen.
We're making it work. We're making it work.
How do you choose the leaders of each of these groups?
They choose themselves.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this gentleman right here, was he a part of the program back in the day, or?
Yeah, I think AC was a club kid. He's been with us forever. He's got what you need to be a youth development professional, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy, because you just need to bring it every day, because these kids are going to have it and they need to burn it, so you better be able to match it, or they'll...
Oh, he has lots of patience over there, in other words.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so we're making our way upstairs. This place is really big. So, I don't know what's up here. But we're gonna follow Andy. All right, this is a colorful room.
Yeah, actually had a donor do all the paintings for us. Again, just good visuals.
Look at pop art. So a lot of the artwork then you have in here is done by either a volunteer or local.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's fun.
You like that?
Don't have to get fancy.
Yeah. So a lot of, sorry, I'm talking too low.
Yeah.
So a lot of the artwork here is from local artists or volunteers, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's just about having fun, creative. We want to also put up their own work, right? So so that they see it and can celebrate it.
So is there a certain age group that comes up here, or is this everybody allowed?
Right, you can kind of see the littles were
yeah.
down in the academic area in the art room, and then I think this is 9, 10s, and then we get 5th, 6th, so middle school up here.
Oh, here's the pool table you were talking about. Hi. Some video games over there.
Yeah. So this is the teen room, so 13 and up.
So it looks like you guys got books here.
Yeah, a little bit everything.
Yeah.
We just want to have good casual space for everybody.
It just feels chill. Like this
Yeah.
is a night, you know, it feels like home. You just feel like you're walking into like a game room at your house or something
And
with
you
all your friends.
still have the same kind of components. So you have your technology, computer, academic side, but also chill space and then game space. So you want to replicate the larger club within a teen club.
I wouldn't want to leave here.
Right.
You got computers, you
Yeah.
got
And the
you know,
gym
sports,
time.
the gym,
Yeah.
games,
Yeah.
TV. So, and I think right now, especially with the computers and technology access, this is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some kids don't have access to these things at home.
So all of our teens take the ACT, SAT. They fill out Pell Grant and FAFSA, so that they are
Wow.
prepared if they want to go on to college. We want to have that option.
that's huge,
Absolutely.
by the way, because that's very tedious and there's a lot
Yeah.
that goes into it. So if
We
you have
have
somebody
a-
leading you,
We have
great.
a 98% graduation rate for our teens, so we know if they stay with us, that they do graduate from high school, and again have that 78% go on to post-secondary education. And what we also want to do is those that don't see college, don't want to go to college, they're just not built for it. We also want to give them a plan through the workforce development programs. Let's get them into an apprenticeship. Let's get them into, there's so many trades in this town that need good, reliable workers. And again, we're building character and leadership with the diploma, and then that leads into great jobs.
You guys really think of everything here.
Try.
Yeah, I could tell.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye. All right. All right. So you have an outdoor area, correct? On this
We do.
property?
We can
Okay.
we can pop right out back
Awesome.
here. So we have 4 full basketball courts. They're junior courts, so a little bit shorter, but just gives us a lot of space to really work at. And this original gym was built in 1965.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can imagine it was out here on the west side, all back
There was,
south,
yeah, I was gonna say
right?
there was no other streets. There's nothing happening out here.
AC, I'm gonna go out that door. Watch your
All right,
foot.
we got one more area to check out.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. Wow. I feel like this was bigger than my playground area growing up.
Yeah, so we've just got this good outdoor space. We've got covered eating area and a barbecue so that we can do, we used to do Friday barbecues quite a bit. We've,
Oh, fun!
But just to get them
Bernie,
out.
did you get that wall over there too? The ants? I think that's cute. It looks like a little garden down there.
Yeah, we did both these paintings with, it was a United Way.
When you mean both of these paintings, you mean this one and that one over there? The one behind you, Purdy, this one he's talking about?
We did both these paintings with a United Way Volunteer Day. And then we have a garden that's just coming out of summer, so we'll start planting.
Right there?
Yep, we'll start a planting season, and we'll have the kids plant and harvest the garden. And then what we'll do is, as we harvest, we just leave it up front for the families to grab on the way out.
Aww.
So they have fresh greens or whatever we're growing at the time. And that's actually, we use that as a garden as well.
Neat. I know right now with the COVID restrictions, you know, some of your areas have been closed off. Right now, is this an area where kids can still go in?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Again, we have to limit the interaction, the balls and that kind of stuff. So,
But kids still can actively play out here. Cool.
best outside.
Yay!
That's the best
I
place.
know,
And
get
now,
some fresh air.
the first day of actually cool weather, we can enjoy
I
it.
know, this is the nice day, right? So how many other, just one last question before we wrap this up is I was wondering, you know, how many kids do you guys have enrolled? Do you know, because I know you're president of the entire, you know, Boys and Girls Club of Southern Nevada, how many kids that you have enrolled in your clubs?
So we average about 1,500 kids a day.
Wow.
So at the 13 clubs, again, they're not all this big. We have some that are quite small. But yeah, so they really reflect the community that they're in. It's
a lot to
and
manage.
anywhere from age 5 to 18.
Well, I absolutely love what you guys do. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day
All right.
to let us come check out the club. So
Thank you.
I enjoyed the tour. All right,
Thanks.
that's it. It's a wrap. The Boys and Girls Club is more than just a place that kids go after school and before home. It's a place where they can feel safe. It's a place where they can make new friends and truly find their passion in this life. On that note, I'd like to thank the Boys and Girls Club for being such a positive influence for our youth. Because of you guys, you're helping create the next leaders of Nevada. I'm Samantha Chion, but you can call me Sam with Spirit of Nevada. Brought to you by the Richard Harris Law Firm.